So if you search up business ideas on YouTube, what you find is pretty much the same information from 5 years ago. People tell you to start a blog, or they tell you to start selling on Amazon or a drop shipping business or Forex trading. It's not genuine business ideas. So I'm going to lay out about 5 or 6 business ideas of ones I've explored myself or have or haven't launched. So these are ideas I'm giving you that I thought about. Now, most of these can be started for about £1,000. Yeah, and a lot of it is very passive. There is obviously work involved in setting it up. There is some sales involved, but I would say they're all beginner friendly to a degree. So I'll start off with the first one. The first one was a very tragic story of mine. So this is EV charge points, so electric vehicle charge points. So they plug in to your car, they're a big stand-up unit, they're commercial grade, and you plug it into your car and someone pays by a contactless payment. These start at around £400. Yeah, they're not as good. You wouldn't really put them in. It depends. If you're buying them, you're on your own. You kind of want to either lease them, so there's no genuine startup cost, very small, or you can buy a good quality commercial grade. It involves research. You can probably find someone to consult with. I found a mechanic on LinkedIn and I paid him for a consultancy and he told me about them and how they work, etc. So I found a plot of land. I was in contact with the owner. They were like, I'm not sure about it. They were stringing me along, and it was a retail park. I went back there a few months later and there's all Tesla charge points. So I did hit the money, but I literally gave up. I never actually brought one. But EV charge points are a good source of passive income, and you can probably get started for very little money. And it's something where the electric vehicle market is actually growing. So you can look at that. Number 2 is not exciting, and it's probably been talked about, is coffee shops, coffee vending machines or vending machines. I wrote through this one quickly because I explored it. It wasn't for me, but some people like it. So imagine you're in a doctor's surgery and you said to them, this was going to be my pitch, I'll give you 10% of whatever the machine earns, and I'll just have my machine there. Anyone waiting, it will help ease their burden, stop them getting so frustrated waiting. They can have a coffee while they wait, and 10% of it goes to you. There's space in your lobby, etc. That was going to be my pitch to it, and I couldn't see any margins in it. And what I found is the machines that I wanted were X amount. So you're looking at commercial grade, you're looking around the 1,000, 2,000 mark for a vending machine with contactless payment. I also looked at hospitals to put vending machines, but I got nowhere on the sales front. I didn't know what avenue I was going down. It was just total dead ends. But that's a business. Maybe you can think of an idea where, okay, I could put that in a mechanic or my uncle's shop or something like that. That can be your first start to it, and it has to be contactless payment. Don't get those ones with the coins. Nobody has coins nowadays. Now, the third one was one that me and my uncle actually explored, and one I spend a lot of money on in the summer. This is Bouncy Castle business idea. So, believe it or not, if you've ever tried to book a Bouncy Castle for a kid's party, in the summertime, you can't find anyone. It's literally, the price is triple. You can't find anyone. You have to book months in advance. So a bouncy castle, and I remember talking to the guy that delivers my bouncy castles, and he knows me well because I'm always ordering them. If it cost him about 500 quid to start up, and he just advertised, he does the church, he does this and that, he does loads of schools. So there is scope and avenue. However, it's seasonal. So buying a bouncy castle, putting 500 quid in, trust me, you can rent them out. In 1 week, you can get your money back. And you literally, I watched him, he goes up, sets it up 5 minutes, and then he's out, comes back in the evening, picks it up. I thought revenue-wise, a very good return on your initial investment. And then you can branch out, you can, partner with some guy that's a clown, and then he comes in, I don't know. So you can grow. I wouldn't say it's a 100K, 500K business. I think it's a very niche side hustle, which is fine. Yeah. And the fourth one on this list is one I really looked into, but I don't know why I didn't launch it. I think I was too scared. And I needed someone to help me with it. And I sought a lot of people's advice. I spoke to people in sales in this, and it's billboards. So what I mean by billboards is you get these big screens and they come in various different sizes, indoor and outdoor. And you display advertisements on it. And that depends if you want to sell the advertisement, and it changes every 30 seconds. So you can have basically an unlimited amount of people. I was thinking to even put these up locally, and then my area is a bit dead, so I'll have to go into the city. But you would put these billboards or these, I think they're called like electronic screens or whatever. You would put them out and you would sell advertisement. Now you could sell that for £10 a week, £20 a week. The screens that I were looking at, and again, I was going to either ship it from China or I was going to find a company here that installs. You're looking at around anywhere from like 500, depending on the quality and size, indoor and outdoor, etc., to about 4,000. So I was looking around the 2,000 to 4,000 mark, and I was going to buy 5 or 10. I was going to sell it to companies the same way I was going to pitch the coffee machine one. And I was going to say 10% of revenue if you let me put the screen up, and free advertisement for you across our network. So they get free advertisement and they also get revenue share of it. If not, I was going to pay, because you always need the landowner's permission. Same with the EV charge points as well. EV charge points, this model works better. I wouldn't necessarily go in, buy the equipment and then pay to lease their plot of land. I also looked at buying a plot of land, going back to the EV charge points, buy a roadside, and I was calling up the landowners. Very difficult. I was paying so much to buy data to try and find the landowners, and landowners are very suspicious. Anyway, these billboards, you got two options. You can buy them, find somewhere to put them, and then sell them basically to companies. You can advertise it on yourself. And the other option is you can use an existing network. So there are big providers, and this is what I was advised on doing, was go to a network. They basically just use your billboards and then the electronic billboards, and then they literally just give you a cut. So they have big, like McDonald's advertising. You know how these advertisers end up being everywhere in the country? They run massive campaigns like KFC or something. This will entail you getting about 70% of the profits, and then 30% goes to the company that are selling it for you. I thought when I started up, I was going to put about 10 up or 5 up or 2 up or whatever. And then I was going to use a network while I try and sell it myself for a higher markup, higher profit. Now, this fifth one is something that I shouldn't really give advice on because I don't know much about it. I did actually sell one of these, and it's a food business, but it's a different type of food business. It's a lunchtime office special. And what it was is I called up a company and I said, it was actually opposite to where I used to live. And I said, we've got a lunchtime special, 30 units. It's going to cost about £4 a head, and it's curry. So rice and chicken or lamb curry, you get a choice. And I said to my wife, cook curry, and then we're going to send it to the office. And it made me think, like, if you worked at an office and someone said you're going to get a home cooked meal. Now, I didn't pursue it because you need healthcare regulations. You need to obviously set up the business correctly. But if you have an expertise, or you think, okay, certain events I want to sell food, or you can sell to offices. There are offices in the middle of nowhere, and I know people that work in offices in the middle of nowhere, and you can literally deliver food to them, home cooked meal, or not, I keep saying home cooked meal, but you know, like a takeaway basically, and you can charge the company one set. So you cook a batch, you box it up, and then you deliver it. You can probably make £50 to £100 per office building if you spend the morning cooking and then send it off. Because no one's ever going to really, for a good quality meal, like, I don't know, a kebab or curry or something like that, you're not going to be scared to pay £5-10 for. Yeah, on a Friday, people get takeaway anyway. Sometimes if you go out to lunch, you're going to pay way more than that. And don't forget you're doing a wholesale bulk offer. And it's basically a catering company with a niche is how I'll describe it. So in all honesty, I think these 5 businesses, if it's giving you some food for thought or some business idea, or it's been totally rubbish, I'm very sorry if you wasted your time and you're still watching. But keep searching, because there are a million ways to make £1 million. And I'm always exploring. I have capital, I've got cash. I'm actually looking at a bigger business to buy now. And I've been searching for about a year now to buy it. So you're always looking for these things to sort of either side hustle, make some passive income, or an exciting new business. So I wish you the best and take care.